The weights, and this could be the best of all. Pitting Michael Gomez, the champion from Manchester with those sombrero-wearing fans, against the Coventry favourite, challenger Dean Pithie. It's been brewing for months.
Everybody's waiting for Dean Pithie. He's been doing a lot of mourning. I'm not going to be disrespectful. He's a great fighter. Just let's all stop the mourning, both of us, and just get it on. No matter where it is, if it's in a full box in Coventry, let's get it on.
First time I'd ever met him, he's offering me outside for a fight and just made a complete show of himself. So I can't really say. I'm just looking forward to winning that Lonsdale bout.
But it's Gomez who holds the prize after destroying Gary Thornhill. Ironically, it was the Liverpudlian who was the thorn in Pithie's side as the bright prospect collapsed when on top to Thornhill and South African Andrew Matabola. Teaming up with Spencer Oliver, though, has saved Pithie's career. He looks a new fighter, both mentally and physically. Gomez also came back from nowhere, 6th-round level, to hardened international opposition in a brilliant 1999. Both have been training for weeks, Gomez in Manchester, Pithie on London's Hampstead Heath, where he is confident the title will change hands.
I'm definitely going to win this fight. There's not a doubt in my mind that I'm going to lose this fight.
Time we've got a neutral view on this. Here's Barry McGuigan to set out the tactical battle.
Michael Gomez will come to the ring extremely fired up, hungry and determined. He is an aggressive fighter who hits hard with both his right hand and his left hook, which is a beauty, landing square on the chin. Gomez will also look to land hooks to the body, a possible Pithie weakness, and the body shots will set up the left hook to the head. Pithie will try to outbox Gomez as he did against Zonke Fana. He'll try to unsettle Gomez, working in a rhythm, throwing combination, point-scoring punches. But he can punch too, particularly with the right hand. However, both fighters could struggle if the fight goes long. Pithie's stamina and mentality have always been in question, and he can be susceptible to body punches. And Gomez may struggle late on, because although he's been the 12 rounds, he appears to have no backup plan. It's got the potential to be a great fight, and my bet is Gomez.
Thank you, Barry. Privileged access for us tonight inside Dean Pithie's dressing room. We mentioned earlier Spencer Oliver has been instrumental in the rejuvenation in Pithie's fortunes in the last year or so. Spencer, the first thing for you, is this the end for Pithie if he loses this one?
Well, it's going to be much more difficult for Pithie to come back than it is Gomez, certainly, yeah. So he knows that a lot hangs on this one, so he's up for it, he's confident, and he's the best shape I've ever seen him, Paul.
Well, he'd want to be, wouldn't he? Because it's possibly the hardest fight of his career. But the worry is that in previous hard fights, it's got to the middle rounds and the tanks got empty very quickly.
But this is the difference now, Paul, that I've been training him and he's been putting the work in, whereas before he's been doing it his own way. But this time he's trained. I know how to get a kid fit for 12 rounds. I've been there myself, and I've put Dean through it. And the fight got delayed from what he thought was going to be January the 29th. Let's give him now another month, and like I say, he's ready.
I think at this late stage it's probably fair to ask you, what is your game plan?
The game plan is to stick tight. He knows Gomez only knows one way. He's going to come rushing out at him. Dean's going to stick tight, counter punch, switch to the body and head, keep moving, keep moving. As the fight wears on, he's going to start sitting on him a little bit more and pushing him.
All right, Spencer, you've got your game face on as well. Thank you. We'll speak to you later. Good luck to both sides. As mentioned, very spicy here tonight. Good-natured so far. Manchester crowd, Coventry crowd, and let's hope for a fight in the ring that lives up to all the expectations. Live on Saturday night, Eamon McGee against Joseph Miyumo for the Commonwealth Light Welterweight title. Saturday fight night from 8 o'clock this Saturday night, Sky Sports 1. McGee looking for a place on the undercard. Lewis Grant show at the end of April. Live tonight here, it's the British Super Featherweight title fight. Long awaited, and Mike Goodall will get the preliminaries underway here.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening, and would you please first welcome to the ring the challenger for the title from Coventry, Dean Pithie.
Well, he looks very cool and very composed, Dean Pithie. His preparations, by all accounts, have gone better than for any other fight in his career. A former ABA champion who still holds the distinction of being the last fighter to beat Prince Nassim Hamed. That was when they were 15, 16 years old in the junior ABAs. He's had a couple of bad setbacks, but has come back well from them. And now comes the real litmus test for Dean Pithie as he goes for the British Super Featherweight Championship in this grudge fight against Michael Gomez. 200 fans have come up from Coventry to witness, to support him tonight, and there is a, how can I put it, raucous atmosphere in here.
It's a terrific atmosphere, and this should be a very good fight. Pithie's a good fight. He's always had good skills.
The man from Manchester, the current Super Featherweight champion of Great Britain, Michael Gomez!
Well, there they are, all the sombrero-clad supporters that have been with Michael Gomez all the way through. If you're seeing this fighter for the first time, let me explain those sombreros. His real name isn't Gomez, it's Armstrong. But there was another fighter called Michael Armstrong, so he changed his name to Gomez after Wilfredo Gomez, the great Puerto Rican of the 1970s and 1980s. At 22 years of age, on an unbeaten run of 14 fights, Gomez, definitely the most improved fighter in the country, having had a grim childhood, which included being born in the back seat of a car in Dublin.
Well, he's a really good fighter, and as normal, he's really up for this.
Here's the tale of the tape for this big domestic fight. Pithie's 4 years older at 26. Gomez a little bit taller, slight reach advantage. Both easily made the 9 stone 4 pound super featherweight limit. Gomez quite light though, 9'2½". Did he overtrain a bit? Both made their debuts in 1995. Very similar records, really. Slightly better stoppage percentage there for Gomez. So we're ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the main event of the evening. Live and exclusive on Sky Sports from Kingsway Leisure Centre in Widnes. It's big fight time. Frank Warren proudly presents championship boxing and a contest of 12 3-minute rounds to decide the Super Featherweight Championship of Great Britain. Between and introducing the boxers, and firstly fighting out of the red corner, he wears the silver and blue trunks, weighed in at 9 stone 3.5 pounds. From a 22 fight professional record, he has 19 wins, 10 wins by way of knockout, with 2 losses and 1 draw. He comes to the ring, the current WBC international champion. Please welcome Dean Pithie. Across the ring, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed with gold, white and green, coming from Manchester. He weighed in at 9 stone, 2.5 pounds. He holds a 21 fight professional record, 18 wins, 11 wins by way of knockout, with 3 losses. He comes to the ring tonight to make the first defense of his title as the current Super Featherweight champion of Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester's very own Michael Gomez. The officials appointed for this contest by the British Boxing Board of Control, the supervisor in charge, Judge Alan Simpson, the timekeeper, Mr. Harry Foxall from Stoke-on-Trent, and the referee who will now give his instructions to both boxers, one of the world's leading referees, Mr. Larry O'Connell from Kent.
Right, shake hands, good luck to both of you, mate. The best man in there, do it.
12 rounds of the Super Featherweight Championship of Great Britain.
Well, this has the potential to be a very exciting fight indeed. You've heard what the tactics of Pithie are going to be. He's going to come out and try and be controlled and cool early on. Pithie in the silver trunks from Coventry, Manchester's Michael Gomez in the black, defending this British Super Featherweight Championship for the first time. Two little terriers, and no matter how cool and composed they are early, you just have the feeling with this, Glenn, that it will catch fire at some point.
Well, you just think by the temperaments how much they want to win here. You know, the type of people they are, that they're going to get involved in the fight at some point.
Good left hook from Pithie. Scored one of his best ever wins with that shot against Andrew Matabola, a fighter who'd previously beaten him. There is a stamina doubt about Pithie, no doubt about that. He has to prove he can go 12 hard rounds if necessary here. He's fallen apart a couple of times. Gomez has shown he can go the distance.
I think that is the question mark against Pithie. Temperament. He has got skills. You know, he's shown them right through his career, but it's really, has he got the temperament when it gets really tough?
Good left hook to the body, and down goes Gomez. In the opening round, he claims he was pushed, but there was a left hook to the body before that. But was he pushed to the floor? Larry O'Connell scores it an authentic knockdown. And there, first blood goes to Dean Pithie. Well, that's a turn-up. Gomez doesn't look hurt, though, and feels aggrieved that that was scored as a knockdown, because he felt that he was pushed to the floor after the shot had landed.
Well, it was a bit of both. I think he did get hit with a shot, but there was a little bit of connection, I think. And, you know, I think he was just toppled a little bit off balance.
Chance of Dino from the Coventry contingent. It's a sellout here in Witness Night. Big right hand, though, from Gomez. Just seemed to dip the knees of Pithie momentarily. And another right hand comes back from Pithie, who's been much more cool and controlled, apparently, mentally in the build-up to this fight, unlike for some previously in his career. Spencer Oliver, the main man in the corner for him, the former European super bantamweight champion. Charlie Macri there as well as Joe Bontage. Gomez with an Irish shamrock shaved into the back of his hair. This is a fight they've both wanted for months. Now it's happening. It's Pithie's first round. So far, it's a good left hand, though, from Gomez. And again, just seemed to stiffen the legs of Pithie. Well, eventful start. And we've only had 3 minutes of this. Now then, let's have a look, shall we, at this knockdown. It was scored as one, but Gomez claims it was a push.
Well, he goes to hit a shot. There's a good left hook. I mean, it was a good punch. There was a little bit of a contact. Yeah, there is a bit of a push there. I think he did help him go over. And I would just do that at 10-9 on points for Pithie.
I think that was an authentic knockdown. I'm not sure he made contact with the push. I think that was fair enough. I think he was going from the body shot, Glenn.
Well, there's Gomez landing a good right hand later in the round, and that was a good opening round.
It really was a good round for Pithie. It might do his confidence apparent good, but I did notice a couple of Gomez shots just seemed to stiffen his legs. His second round, British Super Featherweight Championship. This title was always changing hands in its early days. But in recent times, the champions have managed to at least get one defence successfully out of the way. He used to say it was a jinxed title for the champions. 13 consecutive title holders lost it at the first time of asking. Gomez in the black trunks, remember. Pithie trying to keep his boxing together in these early rounds, not mix it too much. That's the plan anyway. Gomez's people say that whatever Pithie does, they'll have an answer.
Well, I think Pithie has to box, but he also has to come back at Gomez very hard if Gomez lands a shot. He's got to box aggressively, I think, Pithie.
Good shots, those, from Pithie. Left hook to body and then away again. Two little terriers, these. And there isn't room for both of them to move forward. Pithie not allowing himself to be bullied. Well, it's nice and cool this so far by Pithie. Stout boxing Gomez in this second round.
Yes, he is. It's good concentration for Pithie. He really has to keep that concentration going because he's very dangerous, Gomez, and Pithie can be a little bit susceptible to body punches if Gomez can get close.
Pithie's been told by his corner people, look, if you lose this tonight, there's nowhere for you to go. You're fighting for your very future. Gomez looking for the right uppercut, not quite managing to get there with it. There's with the right hand, and Pithie just disorganised for the first time in the round and caught by a volley of shots. Being dragged into the kind of confrontation that they didn't want here late in the round by Gomez, who's coming back well, having lost the first couple of minutes on the boxing.
Well, that was a good little rally from Gomez, picked it up, seemed to hurt Pithie with a couple of shots in there.
He just holds on for a moment. Will Gomez eventually nail him? Pithie, remember, has been stopped twice in his career by Gary Thornhill and Andrew Matabola. Well, it's fascinating, this. Welcome back, Brian Hughes there, working the corner, soon to go to Buckingham Palace on March the 30th, in fact, to get his MBE for community work around Manchester, and well-deserved too.
Well, Gomez did a bit better in that round. I think he might have stolen it just with a good rally towards the end, where he just had Pithie running for cover a little bit. Some good shots landed from Gomez.
Round 3.
Third round, due to go 12, of course, for the British Super Featherweight Championship at 9 stone 4. Black trunks of Michael Gomez, the defending champion, the white of Dean Pithie, who had Gomez on the floor in the first round. It's a cracking right hand from Pithie. Good movement early on from Pithie, who looks to be boxing to a carefully orchestrated strategy. It worked for him for 2 minutes in that last round, then Gomez came storming back.
Well, it's that good movement, lateral movement, that's just keeping Pithie out of range and not allowing him to get trapped on the ropes or in the corner.
Good left hook from Gomez. Gomez, who can box a bit and blast a bit as well, as he showed on the night he won this title, knocking out Gary Thornhill in the second round with a peach of a left hook. Blocks the right hand, Gomez. It's beautifully poised, isn't it? As a
yes,
fight.
it is. It really is poised. They're both still just trying to get the jabs working, still just trying to get the combinations on.
Neither man has really taken control of it as yet. Pithie with the knockdown will have an early points lead, but that might be wiped out very quickly.
Let go, take it out.
Just a little bit of blood from the nose of Pithie. No love lost between these two in the build-up. This is a genuine grudge match between the two of them, with Pithie turning up late for a press conference and missing another one. Gomez felt he'd been disrespected. Gomez with some heavy-looking headshots.
There's a good right hand and left hook in there from Gomez.
Pithie needing maybe to just do a little more. Gomez blocking more of the shots in this round, just tightening up his defence a little. Not much in that round, but maybe just Gomez for me anyway.
We have live international rugby union for you on Saturday. The Six Nations tournament continues. England against Wales, England bidding to continue their winning run. And a reminder to Sky Digital viewers, you can also watch that one live and interactive only on Sky Sports Extra.
Thank you, Paul. Back to the fourth round. British super featherweight title, Gomez the champion, remember, in the black trunks here. Tight and tense early on this. Right hand from Gomez, it's a very good shot. Gomez has been in a few hardish fights. He did 12 rounds in November with a Mexican, 11 with another Mexican in December. Was on the same bill as Tyson, and has Pithie on the floor with a right hand right at the start of the round. Touchdown with the knee. So they've both been on the canvas now.
Well, that was a well-timed right hand from Gomez, and Pithie in a bit of trouble here.
And there's a long time left in the round as well. Gomez pouring in the punches here. Bad moments for Pithie. Somebody throws a sombrero onto the ring apron. And Gomez here is letting this leather fly. And Pithie will really have to keep this very, very composed now if he can. Keep his defence tight, try to let his head clear. But this is a crisis for Dean Pithie.
Well, he's got to let his head clear, but he's got to keep fighting back. He can't allow Gomez to have free shots at him.
Big start to the fourth round for the champion, Michael Gomez. Good body shot as well. Seems to have the extra power, Gomez.
Well, Pithie having to use the ring, keep out of trouble here.
But it's not a big ring, is it, Glenn? Only looks like an 18-footer to me, which will suit Gomez.
Yes, it's quite small. But Pithie's still got to try and use that ring and get the jab working as he's moving.
Real turbocharged atmosphere around this arena, with the rival fans on either side of Glenn and I. Has Pithie got over that bad spell? Can he box his way back into this? Gomez winging away with those hooks. This has been a hard round for Dean Pithie. He's really had to show plenty of grit. He may be over the worst of it for the moment, anyway. But Gomez is round. Now then, let's look at this. Right hand, Pithie down. Good shot.
Yeah, it really was well timed. Just went over the left hand, picked the spot. Lovely there. Just as left his left hand out, that little bit. Gomez just takes a little step and then puts the right hand right over the top.
Bang on the button, wasn't it, that shot too? But give Pithie credit, he got through the crisis, didn't he?
He did, he fought back when he had to, just when Gomez was really putting the pressure on.
There's Spencer Oliver, trainer of Dean Pithie, living every second of it in the corner, trying to make a name for himself now as a trainer and a TV analyst as well. Fifth round, tremendous atmosphere in here, this Kingsway Centre at Widnes between Manchester and Liverpool. Fifth round. Last round, probably a 10-8 round for Gomez with the knockdown, and there's a left hook from him. Good shot. Pithie absorbing it well. But he's so fired up and has such desire and determination, it almost burns inside him, this Michael Gomez. Brian Hughes' trainer says he has a lot of bitterness in him because of everything that happened in his childhood when he lived in children's homes and was a truant. Very, very rough life. Saving now to buy a home for his childhood sweetheart and the children.
Well, he does get fired up, but he's a very nice young man. And he's still trying to put the pressure on Pithie. Pithie still using good movement.
Gomez a 3-1 on favourite, by the way, with the bookmakers this morning for this fight. Pithie was 2-1 against. It's just getting a stage of the fight where Pithie's finding it hard to keep Gomez off him. That's a good counter shot, though, with the right hand.
Yes, and Gomez just getting stronger and stronger with the successes that he has. He needs to start landing some really good punches.
Gomez letting his gloves drop a little alarmingly, but Pithie unable to take advantage. Good body shot from Pithie. I think Gomez hurt a little by that. Just seemed to cover that for a moment and winced as that shot rammed home. Good encouragement for Pithie there. And just switches southpaw just for a split second. Gomez looking for a different angle.
Well, Pithie just needs a strong attack. He needs to turn the tide a little. Gomez just starting to grow in confidence, just getting a nice rhythm going.
It's Pithie on the back foot for the most part at this stage. Still very competitive though. This is better by Pithie. Right hands, he puts on a bit of pressure himself. Cracking right hand from Pithie on the counter as Gomez closed in. Oh, interesting. Good fight, isn't it, Glenn?
It's a very good fight. Pithie's still very much in it, still landing some good punches at the end of the round there. It's a good left hook early in the round, which just looked like it could have hurt him a little bit.
There's body shots from Pithie, 19-4 so far. Gomez with more success to the head, but very, very close, 81-80. That's what the computer printout on what we've seen so far is saying. Sixth round, Gomez black trunks, the champion. Pithie in the sparkling silver. This really is the defining night, probably for both of them, but I think especially for Pithie, don't you?
Yes, I think it's really a fight that Pithie can't really afford to lose. He really needs this. He's been very calm in the build-up, and Spencer Oliver, Jess Harding have said, you know, his training has gone excellent.
Referee scoring it, Larry O'Connell, who hit the headlines with his contentious scoring of the Evander Holyfield-Lennox Lewis first fight at Madison Square Garden about a year ago. How contentious is Glenn's scorecard?
Well, I've got Gomez in a little lead. Just I give him the 10 here round. I didn't give Pithie because I thought Pithie was a little bit of a push.
I've got it different, I've got it level. I gave it 10-8 that first round. I thought it was authentic, the knockdown with the body shot. Still there for the taking, you feel, this fight. Neither man has really still taken big command, but that's a nice right hand, isn't it, from Gomez. Still only 22. And in line, if he wins this, to win the Young Boxer of the Year award handed out each year by the fight writers.
A decent roundhouse right there landing for Pithie.
Slip. Gomez has just gone a little flat for a moment.
Yes, a little quiet, just thinking about things too much. Pithie just trying to keep busy with his jab. Pithie's got a good jab, but he really needs to stick it out with authority because he can be caught over the top of it.
Pithie giving it plenty of movement, trying to find some angles and then pick off Gomez with counters as Gomez tries to close in, and I just wonder if that's making Gomez think, and that's why he isn't coming in quite so much and he's doing a little bit less on the outside, isn't he? It's a good controlled performance this so far, I think, from Pithie.
A nice little three-punch combination for Pithie. Maybe just doing enough to win that round.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I wonder what Barry McGuigan's making of things. Barry.
Ian, I have it a very close fight. I give that one to Pithie, or I give that one to Gomez as well. I have now 2 up. But what I've noticed over the last couple of rounds is he's in time to stand off Pithie. He's not putting so much pressure on him. The longer he does that, the more Pithie will be in the fight, the more Pithie can gain confidence and allow himself to drop the pace. Gomez has got to put pressure on it. This fight can go anyway at this stage, so he's got to apply the pressure, and Pithie, on the other hand, has got to keep on the outside and try and keep things at long distance. But it's certainly in a balance at this stage. It might turn out a battle of grit and determination.
Spencer Oliver doing the talking in the corner, with Charlie Magri, the former world flyweight champion, Joe Montague in there as well. And noisy support for Pithie from the tough Willenhall area of Coventry. They've come here in their hundreds to support him. Gomez with his usual huge band of fans here as well. This is the 7th round into the second half of the fight. Gomez trying to exert the pressure and coming forward most of the time, but Pithie with some smart work on the counter. So you pays your money and takes your pick. It's tightish, isn't it?
It is tight, it is tight. Pithie's boxing well on the retreat, using that jab to good effect. And he's got to keep doing that because Gomez is very effective when he gets his balance right.
Left hook from Gomez, whose exhaustive training has included swimming and throwing punches underwater. I just did wonder with Gomez, with all these hard fights he's had lately, whether he just could be a little bit jaded and Pithie would be the fresher on the night. I know that Brian Hughes, the trainer, took some advice from the Manchester United staff about maybe giving him a little bit of time off. United, who play all these hard games in a row.
Well, I think he did need time off. He has had a pretty tough year, some good fights in there, some long fights. So Brian Hughes right to give him a bit of time off. But there's a question mark about how tough it's been over the last few months for him.
Had 7 fights last year. Still taking it to Pithie though. Pithie, the onus on him to keep working, even if he's on the back foot. Otherwise the rounds might slip away from him. That's a great left hook from Gomez. Pithie forced backwards. Both on the floor tonight for only the 2nd time in their professional careers. Getting down to that stage of the fight about who really does want it most of all. I've got the feeling this is going to become very draining and grueling. Pithie just gulping for air a little.
Gomez is pressing forward, but a lot of times he's not doing the work, or not doing the work to good effect.
Forcing Pithie back again. More work from Gomez in this round. Good shots, getting through. There goes the foul. Welcome back. There's what the computer's saying. Gomez has landed more punches so far, but only by, what is that, 11. How have you got it, Glenn?
Well, I've got Gomez still 2 points ahead. I give the last one even. It's difficult. Some of these rounds are very close. Pithie on the back foot, but scoring with the jab and little combinations. Gomez coming forward, but occasionally just walking on the shots like he did there.
Spencer Oliver sent out Dean Pithie with the words, "This fight can change your life, don't forget it." Good words of motivation. 8th round, and it is one of those fights where the rounds are open to varying interpretations. This 8th round is where Pithie has twice fallen apart. He's suddenly going well in a fight, and then nothing. It all went to pieces for him against Gary Thornhill and Andrew Matabola. He's won 3 since those setbacks, including a revenge win against Matabola. But on this biggest night of his fight career, can he keep it together? It's a big question. Stamina is a doubt with Pithie, has to be. This is the test.
Pithie mixing it up quite well there to head and body, but he's still very much on the back foot, making good use of the ring.
Gomez casting a glance at Glenn and I at ringside, just doing more than Pithie in this round at the moment. Unrelenting work from the champion, who has a medallion in one of his boots, like a lucky superstition. Pithie continuing to use the mobile back foot tactics, looking for counters, but I wonder at some point whether he's going to really just have to stand and trade with Gomez late on here.
Well, you'd think he'd have to. Gomez chasing him quite heavily, and it's going to take a lot out of those legs of Pithie.
Gomez a little wild with the left hooks. Good right hand from Pithie there. There was a left hook though too from Gomez, and a right uppercut, then a body shot, and Pithie's in trouble on the ropes. His gloves have come down, he's on the run. Then there's another left hook too. Pithie though still has the sense about him to come back. What a round this is. The two of them trading ferociously. Gomez hardly knew what corner to go. Back to him, Pithie's in trouble. He's hurt. He might have dislocated his elbow, I think. And may not be able to go on here. He's in agony in that corner. What is the problem? Do you want out, says Spencer Oliver. He's got a bad problem, Glenn.
Yes, there's definitely a problem there. He really is grimacing. I'm not sure what it is, if he's hurt his hand or his elbow.
It looked like the elbow to begin with. Whatever it was, he was wincing. And they're asking him, can he carry on? It might be the right hand. It might be the right hand. He hasn't dislocated the elbow. I thought for a moment he had, the way he was carrying the arm. And more drama here. This is the 9th round. Pithie, silver trunks, the challenger. Gomez, you fancy, though, edging in front now. Well, he's fighting with a handicap, Dean Pithie. Now, he didn't need this. Let's see if he throws the right hand at all, or is he fighting one-handed? I think he might have broken the right hand, then.
Well, it's very, very difficult for him if he has injured that hand, because he really does. It's a tough fight with both hands, but with one, it's a steep hill he'll have to climb.
The only thing you could say in these distressing circumstances is, I suppose he'd rather the right have gone than the left. Doing a good job one-handed so far in this round. Let's see if he throws any right hands at all. Well, he's having to show some real grit here to go through a pain barrier. Watch the heads, says the referee Larry O'Connell.
Well, Pithie's going to have to try and throw a right hand of some sort, just to really not let Gomez know that it's hurt, because if he does, he'll then put the pressure on more.
Apparently, when he went to sit down in the corner, he actually mouthed the word broken to these cornermen, Pithie. And I think Gomez's corner must have spotted that there was distress there. I don't think it's the sort of thing he's going to be able to keep a secret. Left hook, good shot, Gomez. This will be dispiriting for Pithie.
Well, it's so hard to go through. He'll have the pain of the hand, and then, you know, trying to keep Gomez off. It's a tough job, and he's getting hit with shots.
Once again, something goes wrong in an 8th round for Dean Pithie. This time, a broken right hand. Gomez is hunting him now. It's a great effort by Pithie, but he's going to have to need more.
Well, he's shown good temperament and control in this round, just trying to keep behind that jab and use some movement, but Gomez applying the pressure.
Well, he really did well with the one hand, but I fancy it was Gomez's round. Now then, let's have a look again. Back to the 8th round. Is this where the broken right hand happened for Dean Pithie? Oh, I think it probably was.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, he dropped the hand straight away. Straight away, that arm dropped.
He threw the punch as a sort of very awkward kind of angle, didn't he?
He did. He lifted his elbow up maybe a little bit too high and chopped it down. And then you see the pain.
Did you ever break your hand in your career, Glenn?
Well, I hurt my hand. I dislocated the thumb during a fight, and it's horrendous pain.
So he really will be going through it in there.
Oh, it's agony. It's agony. Trying to keep the concentration when you can't let the punch go.
Here's the 10th round. Michael Gomez in this big fight with so much animosity surrounding it, and not phony animosity on this occasion. been a good fight to watch as well. Here's Glenn's scorecard coming up for you.
Well, that's how I've got Gomez just pulling away, and Pithie on the back foot.
I've got it Gomez by 2, which may be a little generous to Pithie, but I think by common consensus now, Gomez is ahead. Pithie still dangerous with his left hook, and he threw a right hand then. That must have been absolute agony for him, but on instinct he threw the right hand and must have gone through the roof when that landed.
Well, when you're in the middle of a combination, it happens by instinct. You've got to let the punch go. You've trained that long to do it that way, and that will have really hurt him.
Yeah, it's a hair trigger reaction for a fighter. He just let that right hand go without thinking about it. He's probably feeling the pain now. Gomez looking for shots through the middle, body punches too. Pithie has to somehow get off those ropes. He's having to dig deeper than at any other stage of his career, Dean Pithie here. The right eye just closed up a little, swollen a little, Pithie, not too much.
Well, Pithie frantically throwing out that jab, doing anything he can to try and keep Gomez off.
Gomez has to be careful that he doesn't just walk on to a peach of a counter shot from Pithie. That's a right hand again from him. Maybe he's getting a little bit more confidence. Maybe the pain is easing a bit, Glenn.
Well, maybe it's not as bad as he thought, and the pain's going. But he has let that right hand go a couple of times. But really, he needs to do that just so Gomez doesn't forget about it.
Starting to throw the right again. Cassius Clay had to fight one round blind against Sonny Liston on the night he won the world heavyweight title because of a liniment in his eye, or something in his eye anyway. Fighters to prevail have to come through crises and big handicaps. You do have to admire the sheer relentlessness and desire of Gomez, but the computer's saying that Pithie has landed more punches in this fight.
Well, it looks as if Gomez is doing more. Maybe the jab. Pithie is throwing that quite a lot, that jab, and that could be picking up the points.
Let's have a look at excerpts from round 10. Pithie picked it up pretty well, I thought, in that last session.
Yes, he still looked to be getting hit with the more solid punches, the better punches that were coming from Gomez. Big right hand there, and still that relentless pressure.
We'd love to have a sneak preview of Larry O'Connell's scorecard. We're not going to get it. Pithie down in round 4, Gomez was down in the first. 6 minutes to go, just under. And that was a shot from Gomez, a bit naughty, as the referee had said, break. Pithie at the moment passing the stamina test. The camp said his preparations have been much, much better mentally and physically. There's not much between them, is there?
No, a lot of these rounds are very close, and really it's just how you perceive it. Pithie boxing well on the back foot, using that jab to good effect.
Simultaneous jabs. It's a cracking left hook though from Gomez.
Pithie hurt the hand a little bit there when he let that right hand go.
need a decent rest after this one. It's been quite grueling. Again, Gomez with the left hook, and that just seemed to hurt Pithie a little bit. Both sets of fans a little quiet, anxious, living out the drama, wondering who's ahead on the card of Larry O'Connell, the referee.
But Pithie still keeps sticking out that jab.
I have to say the fans have behaved themselves impeccably so far. Let's hope that continues, even if it comes down to a close-ish decision. Good combination from Gomez, but Pithie whipped in those left hooks himself, refusing to be dominated.
Yes, that was good from Pithie, just reacted through 3 left hooks and scored with them all.
They're having to dig pretty deep now, I think, don't you, the pair of them?
We both thought it's been fought at a good pace, this fight. Pithie's done some good work behind the jab and with a left hook in this round.
Three punches from Gomez. And then another left hook from him. Pithie back with the body shot, but Gomez has an answer again. Left hook, jab, right. Gomez with a good rally right at the end of the round. Good round, that one, wasn't it?
It was a good round there. I just think Pithie hurt his hand there. You saw it just drop as he landed the right hand. Gomez just throwing shots. Pithie coming back with 3 good left hooks.
Here's what the computer says on punches landed so far in the fight. Can we have a look at that? Yes, we can. Pithie has landed more, according to the computer, which is not infallible, of course. It's worked by human beings.
Well, it's interesting that the computer shows Pithie landing more.
I've got Gomez ahead, though, myself.
Yes, I've got Gomez ahead. For me, he's been busy and landed with the better punches.
I've got it Gomez by 3. Just spoke to Frank Maloney at ringside. He thinks Gomez just going into this final round. Gomez, the champion in the black trunks, if you still need the reminders, which I hope you don't by now. Does Gomez hold on to this British super featherweight title, or does Pithie score the biggest win of his career? Which way is this going to tilt? How's Larry O'Connell, the referee, got it? Whatever now, it's been a terrific effort from both of them.
He's still got bounce in them legs. He's really covered some ground in this fight. Never been still for long.
Gomez nailing him against the ropes and getting him with some dangerous looking shots. Has to throw back Pithie and does twice with the left hook. He's proved his chin all right tonight, Gomez, because he's taken a few of those right on the button and come back, and that's a class right uppercut from Gomez, followed by a uppercut as well. Then another left hook, then another hook and uppercut. Gomez coming on strong.
Well, he's hurt there, Pithie. He's grabbing a hold. Some good punches landed from Gomez.
I'm sure both corners sent out their men with the instructions. Look, it could all depend on this last 3 minutes. Which, even if they didn't think so, is good psychology. There's just no telling how Larry O'Connell might have seen this. Pithie's raising his arms now to his Coventry fans.
Well, he must feel he's doing quite well. It's been a tough round from here. He's been hurt with a few shots.
He's having to hold on a little bit. I think Gomez is winning this last session, isn't he?
Yes, he's had a good spell. He's busier. He rocked Pithie's head back a few times.
Coming up to the last half minute of an excellent fight for the British Super Featherweight Championship. Maybe not in the classic category, but always absorbing and with plenty of action. And moments of drama too, with both men on the floor and Pithie's broken right hand. Well, we think it's broken anyway. Gomez's extra pressure in this last round. Will that be enough? We're going to find out. Gomez holds on to the title. Michael Gomez is still the British Super Featherweight champion, gets Larry O'Connell's nod. Dean Pithie looks disappointed. The sombreros are thrown high into the air from the Gomez fans. And I must say, to be fair to the Coventry supporters of Pithie, they're all on their feet and just applauding the contest. There's no sign of any kind of trouble at all. Good fight, Glenn.
Yes, it was a good fight. It kept going. It was exciting. It was a very good and absorbing fight. Pithie, you know, showed good character. You know, he stuck to his game plan. Unfortunately, you know, he's hurt his hand, which made it, you know, very, very tough for him. But it was an excellent fight. Gomez, just the added pressure that won it for him.
Be interesting to hear what the margin was on Larry O'Connell's card. I would say this for Dean Pithie. His corner said if he lost this, he'd have nowhere to go. To me, he proved tonight that he does belong at this level, and there should be other chances for him based on the way he performed here.
Certainly. I mean, it could have been different if he hadn't hurt his hand. I mean, that obviously made a difference because he couldn't throw the right hand.
There's what the computer says. It says that Gomez did land more in the end, but only by 3. 231 to 228, and Gomez threw a heck of a lot more. So what was the margin? We're about to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 very, very hard rounds of boxing, the referee's scorecard reads: Dean Pithie, 113 points. Michael Gomez, 117 points, the winner and still the Super Featherweight champion of Great Britain, Michael Gomez.
It's a 4-round margin, or a 4-point margin for Michael Gomez, and that tallied, I must say, with my card.
Back to Ian at ringside shortly. We hope to get a word with one or both of the participants. It was a thriller. How did you score it, Larry?
I scored a 117 to Gomez, 112 to Pithie, but it was a tremendous battle, and Pithie showed me tremendous determination, courage and grit tonight.
He was heroic tonight.
He was
Pithie.
absolutely heroic, and proved us wrong, and we doubted his endurance, and we doubted his heart, but tonight he proved that he's as determined and you know, as gritty as any young boxer I can see around at the moment.
This young man, Gomez, just seemed to want it more. However much Pithie could produce, Gomez wanted it more. Is that right?
We always knew that. He's relentless. He's implacable. He's so determined to do what he has to do. In fact, sometimes to his own detriment. He walks in too many times and doesn't think enough about it. But he's a very determined guy. He's got to work on his defence a little bit more, and his attacking skills, a little bit more subtlety. But there's no doubt about it, this kid is so driven, so determined. But Pithie put up such a tremendous performance, and with that hand injury, maybe he deserves a rematch.
Good point. Also proves, doesn't it, Barry, briefly, if you're in top condition, you can get through so much more.
Yeah, it makes all the difference at the end of the day.
Let's get a word with the winner.
Here he is, Michael Gomez, still the champion. It was a hard, gruelling fight, Michael.
Yeah, I said it'd be a Morales Barrera fight. It wasn't as fiery as that, but I give it a go. Dean was a good fighter, you know what I mean? I hit him with some good shots. He went down. I thought I'd finish him, but I think everybody knew I didn't want this fight just yet. I had them 2 hard Mexicans. I wanted a break, but I still took it. And I don't even know how much money I'm getting. Not being disrespectful to Frank, I just haven't had a chance to speak to him. He's been very busy.
So you did all that, and you're not sure what the payday is going to be at the end of it. But he had you down in the first round, but you were complaining about that.
He pushed me. If you watch the tape, he pushed me. I watch him myself. If he put me down, he put me down. But I guarantee you, that was a push.
And then you caught him with a cracking right hand in the 4th round. Did you think, by the way, at the end of it all, that you were ahead on the scorecard?
I knew I was winning. Like I say, I wasn't as snappy as I normally am. I've not been as snappy since Manarez. It was a hard fight. I needed a long break. I took that Galindo fight, then I go out on the Tyson Duffy experience, and I didn't think I was going to be fighting here. Even though I didn't want this fight, straight away, I wanted it. I said I did want it, I wanted a break. I had a chance of a break. I haven't been out of the gym since I won the title, so now I'm going to have a long rest.
Is all that bad blood between you and Dean Pithie forgotten now you've shared 12 rounds like that?
I'm going to go have a chat later, you know what I mean? He's a good lad, it's just I get a bit too worked up. As you've seen, I tried to control it tonight, best I could, and I'd like to thank all my fans, have been great, and Brian Hughes.
It's good they've all behaved themselves as well, isn't it, all these fans?
I'm a bit worried, like, you know, we're both big fans, but they've done well, both of them.
And you two fighters did well too. Thanks a lot, still champion, Michael Gomez.
Cheers, thanks so much.
Stay with us. More from Barry McGuigan when we come back about this one, and also more action from this card in Widnes tonight. Manchester's young hope at welterweight or light middleweight, only a teenager, Thomas McDonough, very promising. We'll show you his fight here tonight. Extra. And Manchester's Michael Gomez has prevailed tonight. But what a battle Dean Pithie gave him. Gomez down in the first round. He disputed that, Gomez. Got his own back in the fourth round. Pithie down. Every round hard fought. Critical moment in the eighth. We believe that Pithie broke his right hand at that point. Looked in agony at the end of the round. Continued and gave it everything through the closing stages. But Gomez dominant. And that reflected in the scorecard of our referee Larry O'Connell. Gomez retaining his British super featherweight title on a margin of 117 to 113, 4 rounds. Backstage with Ian Dark now.
Well, many commiserations, Dean. That was a tremendous effort you put up, and we can see here you've got your hand in the bucket. That right hand is broken, I take it.
Well, I think it is broken, yeah. I couldn't lie. After the 8th round, I think it was just coming to the end of the 8th round, and I hit him with the right hand straight on the forehead. And I just felt it go straight away. And it's funny saying, do you want this fight? I thought I've got to carry on. I couldn't give up because people are just like, you know, 8th round, and again, that 8th round, it's like
basically tore him with the same brush. He showed a lot of guts in there tonight, let me tell you. And, you know, he done his hand. You see, if you ever look at it, it's swollen. You know, he couldn't throw the punch. You see for yourselves. He was boxing with one hand, and he was boxing well with one hand as well. But he showed a lot of guts in there tonight.
That's Spencer Oliver, the cornerman. Back to you, Dean. I mean, how much of a difference do you think that broken right hand made? Do you think you'd have won the fight without that?
Oh, most definitely. I would have definitely won the fight. I couldn't. Every time he hit my right hand, it was like, oh, you know, trying to protect my face with my right. Even if he was missing my head, he was hitting my hand, and it was just like I was in pain every time he hit my hand. But you know,
how close did you think it was at the end, anyway?
I kept him up. Oh, I thought it was about. I thought I was still winning the fight, to tell you the truth, with the cleaner punches. But, you know, he was just pressure, and I suppose that's what the referee went for.
All right, thanks a lot. And the word from the Dean Pithie camp is they want a rematch.
Definitely.
Let's get it on again. It would be fantastic if it were to happen again. Just on Gomez, Barry, he's saying now that he definitely wants a rest, and he was very busy throughout last year. Had he not been quite so busy and quite so ready, he wouldn't have been in the condition that he needed to be in tonight.
Well, I disagree with you. I think a fresher man would have performed better. I think that I did criticise his inability to avoid punches tonight. He was so eager and determined, but that's down to staleness and the fact that he's overworked. There's no doubt about that. It was either that or he was just, you know, shelving defence and walking straight on the top man. I know he's not that foolish a guy. He's very determined and driven, but he's also a clever little box fighter. And he was walking in too many times and too easily hit. He's got to work on that, and I know Brian Hughes will have examined and will go over this videotape meticulously and work on those casual mistakes he was making. But he's got to get those hands up tight, and grit and determination, Paul, will not pull him through at the higher level. He's got to work on defence. He's got to work on the subtleties of attacking and attacking intelligently.
Thank you, Barry.